Hello everybody, welcome to MNB World Talk Scoop. So today we have invited the beautiful lady who represented Mongolia at Miss World 2012. She's an actress. Please welcome Miss Bayarmaa Khuselbaatar. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for inviting me.
Sure.
Thank you so much. I'm very excited and also kind of nervous.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's been a while actually since I got back home.
All right.
Homeland. And also I'm very excited and at the same time, and thank you, I'm very grateful to be here, and hopefully you guys will get to know about me a little bit.
Yeah, we know that your father, he is a filmmaker, and your mother, she's like you, she's an actress, right? And tell us about your childhood. How did you grow up, and what dreams did you follow at that time?
Yeah, well, that's a good question. As a child, I was a very joyful kid. I was a very, very happy kid. And also, I grew up as watching my parents building their careers. Yeah, the process of building their careers.
Yeah.
So, which is made me more humbled me. So, also, ever since I was a little kid, they used to leave me at home because their life was super busy.
Right.
Yeah, and I had just a dream to get back to the theater and watch my mother's performances, that amazing talents and performances, those kind of stuff like that.
So you were a fan of
Not just left alone at the home and just like I feel so bored and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
lonely.
yeah, it was kind of. We could say that.
Yeah.
But. Yeah, and also like every time when they like brought me to the theater and their shows and cases and stuff like that, I was super excited and like I just finally I got a chance to watch it. You know what I mean? Finally. And so when we started watching my mother's like amazing talent and those talented actors like performances and stuff like that, it's just like super amazing. It was just those like magical moments that stuck into my head. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was just such a memory. And since that time, it was influenced by my parents. And so I always wanted to, it made me like feel like when I grow up, I definitely want to be an actress, definitely want to be a performer. So it's just different. It's just so different type of world. And so my dad is a director, my mom is an actress. So they've been built this career, built this this part like for 35 years. And so the things that we see right now, the people are, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right? So it's just phenomenal.
So that means that you, from the very childhood, you did know that, you definitely will be an actress, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I was dreaming about it. Like it was just my only dream.
Wow.
Like even though when I was in the secondary school, even though when I was in high school, like I always used to tell to my teachers, like, okay, I don't care about mathematics, okay, chemical stuff. I definitely gonna be an actress. Yeah, even though what are you guys gonna tell me? Like it doesn't matter
right now. Yeah.
Yeah. But the unfortunate thing was my parents didn't accept it. Like they didn't approve like my decision.
Why?
So yeah, because they already know how hard it is. It was they've been through something. Of course, they've been through some very tough life.
Yeah.
So they know hard.
With tough schedule.
Yeah, tough schedules. There's no schedule actually.
Yes.
There's no schedule. There's no
lifestyle.
There's no their personal life and stuff like that. Yeah. So it's just always hustle, like and more. It's getting more thicker and thicker. You know what I mean? So you don't want your kid like wanna go through those kind of stuff. They already been through some struggles, and you don't want your kid like go through those kind of stuff,
of course,
right?
To repeat their
so
life,
that's why probably my parents like never accepted it, and still sometimes my dad, or when they get mad, tells me like, why did you even pick this major? Like why did you even do that?
They still don't support your choice.
They of course they support, but like they sometimes probably I think like just remind me Like you still have a choices because you're young, right?
Wow.
So you have some, like you can have some life if you don't want to. It's just like, you know what I mean? When they get mad, it's just, they tells me when they get mad, but I don't think they don't support me or something for now.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you. Now let us introduce you to our audience a little bit more, shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. But still, how it's like to reach your dream. So you were dreaming to become an actress, now you are an actress, more than that, you're a filmmaker. How it feels like?
It's a tricky question, you know. There's never gonna be enough satisfaction, you know,
Really?
once you get into the industry.
I see.
You know what I mean? Never gonna, you're gonna be more greedy and greedier, you know what I mean? Because like, as you said, like you're gonna reach some certain goals, right? Particular goals.
Yeah.
And then after then you're gonna be more greedier. Like you just want to, okay, what's the next step? Like what's next? So what's next? Yeah.
Yes.
What are you gonna show me more?
Yeah.
So you're gonna just go hard, like hardcore after it. You know what I mean? So it's becoming more complicated, I think. But I'm still very joyful to happy to be here, you know what I mean, and building my career and my processes. And I think like every actor is going through those kind of stuff. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, mentally, spiritually. It's very spiritual experience, I think. Yeah.
I see. And you also participated in Miss World 2012, right?
Yeah.
Wow, was it your dream too? How did it happen? Why did you decide to try yourself in such an event?
I think it's every girl's dream.
Wow.
Every girl's childhood dream.
Really?
Yeah, of course, yeah. I think like every girl likes to play Barbie dolls, right? So yeah, it was, I think like it's every like girl's dream in the entire world. And so ever since I was a little kid, of course, I used to watching some fashion shows on TV, and you know, like, and also watching my mother's performances, beautiful ladies and acting there, and you know what I mean? And so I was just dreaming about imagining like in my child's mind, you know, yeah, and just imagining myself, to see myself like performing on stage or walking in the high heels and the fashion show runways and stuff like that. So it was a kind of dream. It was a kind of, yeah, I really wanted it. And so finally I grew up. So I took it as an opportunity, and I told myself, why not? Like everybody, not everyone can have this opportunity, right?
Yeah.
So tried it, and it went well, I think so. And I learned a lot of stuff, especially in my acting skills, because I found confidence in myself. I found more like feminine part of myself, and also like yeah, those kind of stuff. And it was kind of experience, and I'm forever thankful, forever grateful for the chance that offered for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about your educational background. So in the beginning you said that you did your master's in the USA, right? So tell us about what made you to change your profession. Was it challenging for you to change your profession in some ways, right? So what do you think about it?
It wasn't that big challenge to like how can I say, improving my knowledge, or like it wasn't that huge challenge as comparing to living in America.
I see.
Yeah, changing my profession wasn't that huge challenge that if I compare to living in USA.
I see.
Yeah. So which means it was a big, huge difference to living and like bringing myself to another country and like put myself put into another culture and stuff like it was a huge cultural differences. I used to think I can speak English, but when I get there, I wasn't. It wasn't enough, and it wasn't because the major that I picked, it needed more knowledge, more educations and stuff like that. I met so many talented and so many like educated people out there, and so I didn't even know. And so it humbled me so much, and so I get lonely. When I was there, I get lonely, and I faced my lonely self, and I faced myself like, who am I actually, right? Who am I actually, and how patient am I? How much survival skill I have, right? Those kind of stuff. And so, of course, I think like everybody who went abroad, like they already know what kind of things we're going through.
Does it mean that you felt a kind of cultural shock?
It wasn't a cultural shock, but it was cultural differences that I had to go through. You know what I mean? Especially like the people not gonna expect you like, oh you are okay. Let's say per se like this, when Mongolian people accepting like foreign people as like a guest or like oh they are so cool, like he's from America, like this is super cool, if I have an opportunity I want to ask so much stuff or something like that, right?
Yeah.
But if you go to America, nobody cares about you, nobody, because this is such a diverse place, and everybody like from Africa, Arab, you know, like China, Asia, like Europe, it doesn't matter. There's so much diverse. The country is so much diverse country. So, so I was from Mongolia, of course, and it was just how can I say, like it was just I was very new to them, but they didn't care, because like even though I'm from Mongolia or like from Russia, it doesn't matter. Like if you can be yourself, like they just care about like how you express yourself, like
just
how
your being,
just who you are. They care about those kind of stuff. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
All right. And so back to my question, what made you to become a filmmaker again, and why did you exactly decided to learn to be educated in the USA? How that opportunity came to you? Well,
we all know Hollywood is there, right? Yes. Everybody's dream, every filmmaker's dream is out there. So like that's why it's very basic, very simple. It was just that I dreamed about going to Hollywood, and I wanted to see as like in person, like what is going on there. Like I wanted to get into the industry, but of course it's not gonna be just easy like that. It's not gonna happen just like that. You have to go through so much stuff. Especially you have to learn English more properly, more academic way. So. And I get some good opportunity to study in US and finally I got my degree, so thank God.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it was a tough time, like I'm not gonna lie. And I went to LA. I saw it in person. I've been through some shows and some red carpet events and some production work, and I worked even in as a producer in a production team. So
how it is in reality? So
it's definitely different. It's absolutely different. Absolutely. I think I started thinking like Mongolians are so like patient people, and they are super talented. Like if we have those much money, if we have those much opportunities, we're gonna kill it. Really? You know what I mean? Yeah. That's how I felt, because like, as comparing to Mongolian like movie production to America's, like like a pre-production people, like out there, like 80 people working in a pre-production, just in a pre-production. There's a pre-production, production, post-production stuff going on, right? And also marketing management and stuff like that. But in Mongolia, we just like 80 is too much for us. Like we're gonna spend so much money for it.
I think that you intend to compete in foreign markets, right? And how often do you receive work proposals from abroad?
Well, I have had some offers. Yeah, I have had some offers, but due to COVID, things happening all around the world, and I can't blame it. Yeah, I can't help it. So just have to wait for it. Yeah, and also, but I'm still working towards to my goal, and like working through online, and I'm having some Zoom meetings, some production people, some producers, and also some talent agencies and stuff like that. And so I think action speaks louder, so we'll see about that. And so before that, like I don't want to talk about like things that I didn't do, right? I think that's better. So
we will wait for it then.
Yeah, we will. I think
we'll see.
It will. Yeah, we'll see about that. Yeah.
Okay. Now let's go back to being an actress. So, like, interesting for me to know, like, that being an actress or an actor, it really requires a lot of metamorphosis, right? So, and for example, if I ask you to become right now to act and the suffering mother, for example, how long it will take to get used to that role? Yeah.
Yeah, acting takes a lot of hard work.
Right.
So I think we should, as an actor, we should read a lot. Like basically our work is just like a study about people, like their habits and their personas, their personalities and stuff like that. So you just make yourself like getting like memorized, you know, like when you study, when you study at people. So you just need to like study hard about people. Like you can, for example, like you can just go to the crowd and see some person like as matching as my role's personality, right? And so also you can put your own persona in it, right? So I think like it's just a process. It's just a process. Of course, it's every single roles are not like exactly same.
Right.
It takes like some of them takes time, especially in a historical movies and stuff like that. But I never been into a historical movie. That's one of my dreams.
Oh,
so I think like if I get offers from that, like I'm gonna be work super hard, like towards to it. And yeah, some of them are. It could be like more simple. It could be more like I'm not gonna say easy, but it could be more matching my persona, my own personality. You know what I mean? So it's some process. Yeah.
And what about the roles? How many roles did you have? And could you tell us about the most challenging role that you had acted in?
Well, I'm still early on my, as I said before, I'm still on my beginning of my career. So I didn't been through, I haven't had that much roles and characters and stuff, but I think I handle it, like handling it well. Yeah, that's how I want to say. Yeah, I would say this, as I said it before, the stage, especially comedy, is a very, very difficult. Yeah, it's such a process. It's such an improvement for acting, for artists, for performers. But I would say also when it comes to the movie, the TV series are hard too, because like, for example, my first TV series that I worked in, that was my first project, the huge project. So I have had the girl name is Yarang. So she was in like a adult performer, not a performer. She was in kind of like a, how can I say, the mafia type of girl, right? And she was a prostitute and stuff like that.
Ooh, wow.
She do those kind of stuff. And that part was not that like hard to make it. But the hardest part was like you have to spend so much time with it, like 64 series, 64 episodes. And so you just gotta be working in, especially working in Mongolia in the cold weather and like during winter time, you have to be there, and like, you know, like you can't complain with it, like, because there's this, like so many people and team production people are working like even like for years with it. So I can't be complaining about that. And so I just have to be patient, and I just have to be more professional. So yeah, that was a kind of challenge for me. And the difficult, also like as you're asking, a difficulty, difficult roles that I'm facing with was right now I'm working on some project. And so I would say the most difficult thing is intimate relationships. You know what I mean? Yeah, kind of like a romantic roles that I would say. Romantic roles. It's like it's nice. It's nice to see on the screens and stuff, but like when I'm working, the process part is the kind of like a challenge for me. I think so, because like my personality is more outgoing and like, you know, like more open, energetic and stuff like that. It's just kind of different than me. That's how I feel.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that was really interesting to know.
Thank you.
Now let's talk about your free time. How do you spend it? Let's now take a look on the next part of our program. Let's see.
Well, dancing is basically everything for me. I fell in love with it. Like ever since I was a little kid, I started dancing when I was 12 years old. And when I was a little kid, I was very, very shy. And like I was kind of like a very awkward type of girl, to be honest. And when I started dancing, like it gave me confidence, strength, and freedom and love, and it taught me like everything that I needed. So I always very, very thankful for this particular type of activity. So I never thought I'm gonna be like artistic person, because I was very shy. So dance gave me confidence and strength to become an artist. And so I always very thankful, always appreciated. Dancing is first favorite thing to do in life. And I always will love dancing.
And now I would like to talk about your personal life. So for now, you're not married yet, right? And could you please tell us, how do you imagine your family, and what kind of mother will you be? How do you think?
Well, that was an unexpected question. Well, to be honest, as an actress, I'm not very open-minded about my personal life.
I see.
And I think that's better. I think, but like for now, I'm more focusing on my career. So I never actually thought about like getting married, and for now, like I'm just getting more focused on my goals, towards my goals, and so to be honest, I'm just never thought about it.
I see.
So also, I would like to say like we'll see about that.
It's okay. Yeah. Sure. And my last question will be about the Mongolian comedy industry. So what weak points do you see right now in our comedy industry, and what exactly part of this industry you would like to improve? And
I'm just a very tiny part of the industry. Like I'm just getting into it. Like I'm actually begging for it. Right?
Okay.
Like I'm just trying to be in part of it, like to be honest. And so because like comedy is such a hard part, like such a hard how can I say that, such a hard industry, right? So my parents and my parents like the friends and those kind of people, I built it for 35 years. And so so I just want to add that something a little new on it. So as integration between like a American actors or like a Mongolian actors, they could like combine together, collaborate together, right? Like those kind of stuff could be more like a spicy, yeah. And those kind of stuff could be more like a more future type stuff, right? So I just feel like that. No, so instead of like changing anything, right? Yeah. As I was a student in U.S., like I used to see so much stand-up comedians, and I love comedy. I love watching comedy, stand-up comedies, and stuff like that. For now, like they don't have to be in professional actors, and somebody who has a natural like humor, they could do stand-up comedies. But for professional actors, we could make some like build some huge theater, like a comedy theater, which is used to be before. But for now, it's not there. But that's my dream. That's my dream, to build some like comedy theaters, professional theaters, and they could do. They could like live there and like do their own like a processes, whatever, right? Like that would be more professional thing.
Yeah.
And maybe we could invite some like a American or like some foreign country like artists and performers and stuff like that, and that way we could like more develop the industry. That's how I feel. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
And we wish you more roles, more work offers, and good luck. Thank you very much for coming.
Thanks for inviting me, and good luck to your huge studio production works, and thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you. So today we had an actress, Miss Bayarmaa Khuselbaatar. We will see you next time. Until that, stay safe and thank you.